All right. Welcome, everybody, back. I am so excited for you guys to hear from one of my dearest, bestest friends, Danielle Lipton. She is joining us. And, she hasn't been on an episode and for a couple of years now. And so it's actually the episode, guys, that you're going to want to check out after this one. If you haven't already heard it, it's episode 16, and it's called I manifested my twin sister. So let me just give you a recap. In 2020, when the world was shutting down, I asked for a twin sister. I wanted somebody to guide me through this crazy time. And 7 months later, after I asked, she showed up randomly through Facebook. The more of the story is on that episode, but she is here now. And now it's what? How many years later? At least five. And I am so thrilled because I know I didn't just get a twin sister. I got a woman, a best friend who we share everything. We laugh all the time and have like the funnest time. But she also channels the star people, the Arcturians in particular. Now, if this is all new language to you, that's totally fine. Why we're here is to get some answers because I know that the world is needing them now more than ever. There's a lot of stuff that's come out, um, crazy conspiracies, some truth. And I know that people are wondering what they can do to handle and live through and really raise the collective consciousness during this time and level up and ascend, right? You actually wrote a few books too. So I definitely want you to share that because you only had one last episode and now you have what, the four, you're on your fourth book. This is going to be so good.
Yes.
So, everybody, without further ado, this is Danielle Lipton.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so incredibly much for having me here today. It is a blessing for me and the Star people to join you. So we are going to start by connecting to the Star people. The way that we do this is we own, and we do it twice. We allow our hearts to open, to expand, and to allow an isosynaptic pulse to radiate outwards, connecting all individuals into tonight's channeled session. This allows the star people to access the highest potential frequency channeling. We are sending our many, many love and blessings to each of you, dear ones. Thank you.
Thank
Take a deep breath in. Oh. And one more deep breath in. Oh.
you. Oh, I love it. Yes. Feels so good.
Thank you, Star People.
Thank you.
Beautiful channeled session tonight. We are grateful for you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So could I ask my first question?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So, what do the Arcturians think is humanity's most overlooked strength, and what would they like us to manifest more of?
Okay. Thank you for your beautiful question. However, we wish to tell you each individual is existing in their own world among worlds expression. Each of you come together to co create the now moment experience, meaning you come together to witness and observe one singular world. But yet, when you exit that co creation, each of you exists in your own world expression. This, dear ones, means each of you may manifest completely different timelines, realities. For example, The highest strength in your world may be different from another individual's. What we wish for each of you to recognize is that the true strength lies within your hearts during the now moment expression. For if you open and expand your heart, you are able to connect into a higher frequency, which starts a process of modifying your DNA light cells. This type of modification allows you access into time space controls, which allow your manifestations to come more rapidly. However, you may start to notice mirror reflections in all around you. For as each of you are connected to one another, you are also a singular cells division, allowing you to see and observe different light settings, which allow you to manifest your heart's truest desires. Thank you.
Love that. Thank you. Yes, and on my podcast all the time, I share that feeling is the secret to manifesting. So whatever we focus on, that's what's going to happen no matter what, if it's, low vibration or high vibration. So it's really important to take those lessons, right? Take those lessons that we get and learn them so we don't have to repeat them, and so that we can really get even more clear on what it is that we want and feel good, right? We feel good after we learn the lesson. So we don't
There
repeat
is no weakness. That's the whole thing.
it.
Um,
Mhm.
So when we talk about a weakness is something, a challenge that is there and it is gifted to you because when you go through the challenge, it makes you stronger. So
Yeah.
every single thing that we think that we're weak in, it is just a challenge or something for us to overcome. And the second that we choose to overcome it, you become stronger. And
Yeah.
that is the opposite polarity of weakness, is being
Mhm.
strong. So technically, there are no weaknesses. That is just an experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Experiences that make who we are, right? We're here on earth to have experiences. It's the journey. And that's what I'm so thrilled about, because I mean, I have been exposed to the star people because of you, Danielle, and I'm just so grateful all the time. And when I learned like this is true, because I saw it with my own two eyes, I felt them, my belief just skyrocketed. And so it just made me as more, even more spiritual. And that's why I have this sense of peace these days, where, oh my gosh, before you came into my life and before I knew all this, that's why I asked for you, because I just wanted to know, like, I felt so alone. I felt like the world was ending. I even felt like I had I had a say in that, because when I went down the rabbit hole of YouTube in 2012 and learned about the dark stuff, I didn't know any way out. And so it's what you've taught me with the star people, with the star people, is that this was all meant to be like this. And so we don't have any control, only what we can control, which is ourselves. And so it's lightened the load on, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing?
They walked us through the conspiracy back then.
It's,
So
I know, we talked on the phone like every
like,
day.
oh my God, see, this is happening, and the
Yeah.
spirits were like, it's happening for this. And that over there is happening for this. And if you
Mhm.
change this in motion code, then all of a sudden this disappears. And it was like, after going through all those baby steps in the beginning, I turned around and I was like, there's no conspiracy. It's done like because it's inside of us. The second that you change your energy, the conspiracy that we were seeing, it disappears from your life completely. And then
Mm,
one day you turn around and it's gone. That is actually how we work because we are multidimensional. And this is the way your memory grids are designed to work as well. Your memory grids is, and I was just talking about this earlier today. When we forgive, we will forget about it. And that's really, really important
mhm,
because the second you forget about it, it literally means it did not happen in your timeline. Now, once again, you may have a scar on your body, the star people are saying, and you forgive and you forget, but there's still a scar. That means there's still something there to heal. But for the most part, when you heal yourself, the memory stops being triggered to whatever it is that needed to be healed. It just disappears. It doesn't surface again. Anytime we have a memory come into our mind, it is literally because a higher self is giving us something for us to heal or for us to look at or unpack, even if it's a positive memory. Those are access codes into different frequencies that we can call down in 5D. So, for example, the things that you did when you were a child that you really loved to do, and then we turn around, it's like, well, what's your highest passion? What did you like to do when you were a child? That's your highest passion. One of those things, that's it. But then at some point, you may have stopped doing them. Why? Because there was a trauma. What happens when you release a trauma? Now, all of a sudden, your inner child becomes activated, and those things that you like to do, it resurfaces in your life. Even if you don't consciously look for them, the universe pushes you and guides you to it because that is who you are. Yes, it's beautiful.
No, I love it. I know that they're talking to me. I actually have a scar on my leg and I know how to get rid of it now. And so that was totally for me because I still have negative energy when I look at it and I like think of that trauma and it's like, yeah, you're right. Just let it go. And thank you. So thank you, Star People, for that. And then also, singing. I was born to sing. And so I've gotten more and more used to living like a childlike state with the vision boards. And me and my brother host karaoke once a month. And we have a blast like we did back in the 80s and 90s when we had like the video camera. You know what I mean? Those big ones. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So it's like, I was just looking at him just a couple of weeks ago on stage and we were singing and that was the memory that came in where I was like, oh my gosh, we are like children again. This is so fun. So, yeah. And I love how when we get together, Elle, and we just have these laughing fits, I know that it's because we do want to get into that state. And actually, when they did reveal themselves to me, when I looked at the stars and had that experience, I was outside, it was nighttime. The I guess the advice you said you told me you were like, okay, what you want to do is get off the phone with me, shut your eyes, and feel good like a child would, where you're just so happy and giggly and grateful. Gratitude is always our way to that space. So I just wanted to share, like, totally, it's so great that we get to feel great and then have miracles revealed to us and show up, right?
Absolutely.
This is
So
incredible
They
truth.
did. They did this, with my mom. So, my mom, we were doing a thing and it was like, if you're having a hard time feeling that gratitude, um,
Mhm.
and I did this with my mom. It's like, point at your foot and laugh. And it was like, what the heck is so funny?
Because then you laugh again.
Fake it, right? Because if you fake laugh, what happens is your mind this doesn't know. It's like, oh, we're laughing, haha, and then before you know it, you're belly laughing. And I was like, the star people told us anything that hurts on your body or you have a scar or anything, laugh at it because laughter is bliss coding. And the second we laugh at the body and we say thank you to it, the scars can disappear. I personally have seen this. Birthmarks can disappear. Wrinkles disappear. Every wrinkle holds an emotional frequency. Your face can change. I've done manifestations and then I've seen the light in front of people's faces change. A person, one person, which was
Wow.
like, wow. Like I prayed for that person for weeks, and then the next time I seen them, it was like a significant impact. So everything is energy. And we
Yeah.
could go in and we can change, different energetic settings in people, places, or things outside of us. And that leads into the topic of energetic casting. So we
That's
all know the star people are saying, we can take a look at a plant, and when we speak unconditional love, bliss, or excitement to the plant, it then allows that plant to grow 10 times its original size. Your body works in the same manner. as it holds different thought forms on the energetic grids or your internal cells. Each individual has a nervous system net, which runs just underneath the skin. It is ethereal and energetic in its nature, connected to your fascio system, and allows different thought forms to be held or felt within the body settings. Your nervous system net dictates the flow of light energy inside your body, mind, and spirit. Modifications to the nervous system net starts as soon as the word leaves your beautiful mouth. Every word you speak modifies your nervous system. Crystals and things that you interact with modify your nervous system net. Each individual may hold an emotion code, allowing the nervous system net to then hold that pattern of light. And when you hold the emotional resonance, it then shifts your tubule systems, allowing you to magnetically align yourself into a reality in which whatever emotion that you are setting becomes your physical world expressed.
Mm. I just love looking at you channel. You have evolved so much in the 5 years that I've known you. It's just incredible. Like, can you share with our audience just a little bit about your shift personally?
Well, I was a cripple, and it was all of those dark emotions and not thinking I was going to make it. And the star people saving my life. They saved my life when I was on a motorcycle when I was in my 20s. They saved my life multiple times, and they have taught me to, um, go through all of the emotion codes of the lower frequencies, all the ones I have experienced, and then some. And this is literally because in your energetic field, we have meridians and ley lines, and there's a
Mhm.
little vortice inside the center of all of that energy. This is part of your nervous system net, and it
Mm.
radiates outwards, and it's called your star field. And all the attachment latch through the star field, and they come in and they connect into our bodies, and all of that information. And so what they have taught me is to go into my darkness and then additional darkness and to
Mm.
heal all of the vortices in my field, to allow light to come through so that I can hold a higher frequency, and it's helping me so that I am able to help other people with the frequency keys that they have given me per emotion code. And so what we do now is we remove attachments in people, which it is such a blessing to get to do that type of work with the star people. And it looks like removing any lower frequency emotion codes from your body, your mind, your spirit, or any ethereal entities or attachments, we call them. Um, this is also a working knowledge of the messenger system. So messengers are any energetic being that influences you. These are messengers of the source frequency, which to me is God, or the source of everything.
Mhm.
The messengers can be angelic in their nature. They could be grayscale, which are, the messengers that come to sit and observe you tying your shoe, or to come when you're having a cup of coffee. Those are messengers. They're in there just to observe it. It's a type of being connected to the source frequency. And then there are lower frequency ones that once again, we open the door to them. So we trigger the initial emotion, and then the messenger comes to help us manifest into that timeline. What the
Mm.
star people have taught me is all of the messengers. And Brie, what that looks like is exactly what we did in years ago, going through, all of the darkness, and here's how you heal it. Oh, you see
Mhm.
this? This is how you heal this. And then
Yeah.
saltwater baths, right? So anytime we
Right.
touch emotions, salt water in the hair to cleanse and purify. The earlier days, they were very, go do a saltwater bath
I
until
remember that. Yeah.
Yes, until you're at the level in which those entities can no longer affect you.
Mm.
And then it's not needed because you're holding all the keys to like completely remove them without having any effect on you. That is
Yeah.
part of the ascension process. So when we take a look at an emotion code, it's a spiral. All emotions and thought forms are circular in their nature, and they come over the center soul tubule, which comes down your body. So
Mm.
everything is a circle. Now, the emotion code, it'll either be, happiness or sadness. And it's a frequency wave, but it's actually a circle. And when you overcome your sadness, it allows you to hold happiness and to pull that happiness into your body. So the darker that you can go, the
Yeah.
lighter the emotion code you can pull into your body. Um,
That's
that
why they say do the shadow work, right? Like that is you bring, and Carl Jung even talks about it, like bringing the dark to the light, like shining a light on the dark, the bad things that we don't like to look at of ourselves or we think is wrong with us. We got to
yes,
like yeah, to neutralize it.
yes, or
Yeah.
to love yourself to light.
Mm.
Yes,
Okay.
but holding neutrality is a 0 point. So
Okay.
even with happiness and sadness, the star people have guided me to go, okay, now I'm neutral. It's okay for me to be happy. It's okay for me to be sad. I'm okay because I know if sadness comes, it won't last, right?
Yeah.
And I will be happy. And then you've overcome. And what happens is usually when you overcome that frequency, the whole frequency you stop experiencing. And then instead of just being happy, you'll be blissful. There'll be a
Mm.
different frequency, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's higher frequencies that are up in the angelic levels that each and every one of us can access that are higher than bliss and authenticity. It's a higher emotion code. And when we're at that level, we start to feel those things. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually want to share that too because I know that a question I had, and so it might be for everybody else, how to neutralize a thought or emotion, really. And for me, I have it tattooed on me. It's the gratitude symbol right here, but it's interesting because it is like a 0 point energy. And so, in order to neutralize the emotion, I'm like, well, what am I grateful for about this situation? And I feel like gratitude is our direct source to source, to God, our creator. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that because I've been sharing that with people a lot of neutralize the emotion and then, or like let it roll off your back, right? So that it's not on your back anymore.
So
So, yeah, go ahead.
star people have taught me is it's okay to take your left hand, put it over your heart, your right hand, put it over your belly button, and we
Okay.
say, I forgive myself for the emotion code. We speak whatever emotion code it is, and then we say the word release. Speaking the
Mm,
word release releases any attachments that are on your field. Putting your hands here, it forms a toroidal field in the
mm,
energy and it allows that emotion to be released from your complete field. Once again, if there is a karmic cycle repeat, you may notice that energy come right back within 3 days of releasing it. And that
mm.
means there's something there for you to learn from. Sometimes we go through those
Got it.
darker experiences because your higher self is like, can you hold love for that darkness? And if you can hold love and just having that compassion for yourself and remaining as neutral as possible. I love and bliss my body and I'm neutral. Thank you, universe, for teaching me. And then all
Mm.
of a sudden it disappears from your life and you never see it again. Yeah.
Love that. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, because I look at that as like a whole ritual and whatever we're speaking, it's like we're commanding it, right? We're release. So I love that. So here's another question I have. How can people tell the difference between their intuition and fear? And what is one practice to strengthen true inner knowing? I feel like you just touched on a little bit of that when you were channeling. Um, but is there any more of, yeah.
So, okay, so if any intuitive thought gives you like a doubt, I wouldn't advise in doing it.
Mm,
Because, any type of communication, we're going to speak from the higher self. The higher self feels like unconditional love. Your higher self is not going to make you scared. Your higher self is you. You are your higher self. Your higher self is going to give you an intuition. Sometimes we get an intuition and then we don't listen. And that's like another thing too, right? Where you'll have a thought come in. Now, how does your body feel for that thought? And then if you don't listen, once again, we always find out, oh, that was the intuition, was something was telling me not to do that, and you did it
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So it's important for you to just thought check, because we do take a look at, thought grid attachments. If you've ever like had your keys go missing and circle your house for an hour and you can't find your keys literally, and then they're on the table where you know you've looked 1,000 times,
Yeah.
the way the thoughts work, they're electrical in their nature. The thoughts are brain waves. It's a form of electricity. Some of the attachments, even though we can't see them, they are physical beings. And they have psionic abilities activated where they're able to push thoughts inside of the mind. And one of the thoughts is you not being able to see your keys. That's a thought form because it's a brainwave pattern. So you'll circle the whole house and then they'll be right there. That right there is a red flag that there's an attachment on your thought grids, which then you would speak the words like, I couldn't find my keys, release. And then that attachment would latch off your field. Now, once again, the second you do that, we come into gratitude. Thank you for showing me, you know, um, what I needed to heal because it latched onto you for a reason. Now, when we start to talk about healing and we start to talk about, getting into different things that can you repeat the question? Because once again, like all the thoughts were like, see the thought grid attachments talk
Yeah.
about.
You want me to repeat the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, yes. So, how can people tell the difference between their intuition and fear, and what is one practice to strengthen true inner knowing?
Okay, so learning to listen to your heart.
Mm,
Learning to listen to your heart over learning to listen to the mind. The higher self is going to connect into the heart, and when you feel it and you hear it, you will know to listen to it. Um,
mm,
Usually, if you receive a thought, that thought may then go into the mind, and then you change the thought, right? So you want to always make sure it's the first thought that comes in, and you don't like overthink it and then change it. Now, some things that we can do is how does it make you feel? How does a thought make you feel inside your body? Does it make you feel safe or does it make you feel uncomfortable or afraid? Yeah,
yeah, I love that.
beautiful.
Oh my goodness, there's so many out. Let's do like a lighter question. This one's gonna be funny. So, do the Arcturians, they ever prank each other across timelines, or do star people even have well, they do have a sense of humor,
Yeah.
because I know that we laugh all the time of what they say and stuff, but do they ever like I mean, they've gotta have fun too, right?
They are very humorous, very, very humorous beings. And so, casting thought forms is one thing that I think it's adorable, right? So whatever I'm doing during my day, sometimes they'll like send a thought form and you'll see it. And it's like, oh, my husband sent me a little heart and it's so cute, or little pink flowers, and you'll see it. Even with your eyes open. These are sending thought forms. It is a form of telepathic communication using psionic abilities.
Wow.
I speak about this because, when I was 20 and I was on my motorcycle, they sent me an image. And in the image, I was actually on my motorcycle. I could feel the air. I felt, the motorcycle rumbling underneath me. It felt like I was there 100%. And then, I was pulled back and like the catastrophe didn't happen. And then when I was pulled back, I heard them as if they were, standing right inside my helmet. And they were like, "You're not listening to us." And they're able to make you see into a different world. It is a very, very real because you think that you're there, like you're living it, you're there, you're touching it, you're feeling it. It's 100% real. There's no distinguishing a type of psionic communication of that nature from reality. It looks real. So, when we say casting thought forms, it's like that. You're like you're sending thought form. Just imagine it. It's so much fun. Yeah.
Is that like when I just was thinking about you, you just called me, like that type of
Yeah, yeah,
casting
that's a
the thought
form of
form? Okay.
telepathic communication. Now,
Yeah.
and there's a whole thing about that too. So the second that you have a person come into your mind, it literally is because there's an energetic cord connecting you to that person. And so you
Wow.
may have somebody come into your mind, and then you may feel your body shift, right? Or you may feel an emotion like, and then it's like, well, wait a second, where did that emotion come from? I had that person come into my mind, and I felt a negative feeling. That's because they're, casting that emotion into your field. That's how they think about you many times. Um,
Wow.
so we
Yeah.
want to have a look and feel. Now, once again, what the star people teach us is not to judge it. So it's not to feel, it's to go into the emotion and I
Mm.
forgive myself for this person holding this emotion code. Thank you, universe, for showing where I need to be healed. And now I release it. So I close my eyes. I visualize the energetic cord connecting us, and I
Mhm.
pull the dark emotion code out of me, out of the energy cord, and out of that person. And then I fill it with love and with light so that that person can heal those emotions and the cord is clean. And then, what we like to do is we generate a sigil. A sigil is any image. It could be a squiggly line, it could be a heart, it could be a little angel. And I place it in the center of the cord to seal the cord with unconditional love. And then I take the cord, I cut it off of me, and I tie it to the source frequency net. And that's, it's God for me, or the source of all things. And when you do that, it's allowing unconditional love to now heal that person because that person is literally a mirror reflection of you.
Yeah.
Everything's connected.
Mhm.
So, many times when people hear that, they, you may feel a type of way about it. But the second that you try it for yourself and you like start to go through all the toxic relationships that you've had and you start to, cut the cords and send the love, put the sigil, tie it to the source, send love and light, pull the darkness off, put the darkness in the earth or a vortex trash can or bin, trash bin, you're going to start to like open your eyes after doing all of the energy work. And you're going to feel like, you may feel like, oh, my head feels a lot clearer. Or like there was a darkness on my shoulder, now it's gone. Or my back used to hurt, now it doesn't hurt. Release.
Mm.
Um, all of these things happen. And sometimes you have to go back to like first grade. And when you go back to first grade, that child that pulled your hair, right? And you cut the cord and you tie it up and you send love and light. And now all of a sudden, if your hair was thinning, it's not thinning anymore. It's growing and strong, right? And
Wow.
it's that serious. It's that
Yeah.
significant in
Yeah.
our lives.
I like love that you are the most intentional person I know. Like there's all of these, and you always say a baby step process, right? But all of these baby steps in order to really like decree and declare that this is what we're doing. This is the intention of it. It's this like ritualistic, you know, sovereignty. I just love it. I'm just so thrilled. I just had to share that. And then I my biggest question is, and I know everybody has this one, are we part of the Arcturians, the Pleiadians? Like, where did we come from them? And this is like the hidden knowledge, because that's personally what I feel. I just need some clarification. I think we all do.
So what they're saying right now is all are one and one are all.
Okay.
So from a physical perspective is really what you're asking. From a physical perspective, we can dig into the ground, we can look into the DNA, we could see matches, alignments, correlations, but the truth is that each and every one of us are multidimensional. I could
Mm,
close my eyes right now. I could imagine my DNA. I could program my DNA. All of us can, every single one of us.
mm,
By closing your eyes, you can command your genetics to turn on or turn off. You could command an alignment to form. You are so strong and multidimensional that at any given moment, you can close your eyes and you can imagine a past life, and poof, it becomes real because you have used your natural ability of manifestation to command an alignment to form for you. Sometimes, Brie, we can imagine things, and then all of a sudden, the information that we need comes from that imagination. That is because everything is connected. All
Mm,
thought forms and all thoughts, all emotion codes, they are already existing right now. All potentials are already existing right now. They are just waiting for us to align to that potential. Every single past life incarnation, once again, it's in alignment. Many of them, yes, we feel them, we sense them, we know them. It gives us an identity. But as you become more and more aware during your ascension and evolution process, all of those archetypes and constructions, those
mm.
fall away too in time. However, yes, dear ones, humanity also is part of the star people. As we have been on your planet multiple times in multiple dimensional settings, we consider ourselves guardians for
Mm.
each of you. And we are sending many, many love and blessings, dear ones. Thank you. Thank you, Star People.
Thank you, star people. So awesome. I just get emotional because this is just everything. Yeah. And it still baffles me. And I guess I just need to watch the movie again, but everything happening all at once, all of it, right? That still is hard to wrap my head around because I've been learning this way, right? Linear, we all have, right? Read the page left to right. And then all of it together, all of it all at once is what is that?
Real, real. It's all here.
In the line
You
going
can
down
access it
instead
right
of
now.
yeah.
Right now. You can, I mean, but this is what the star people do. So they do with me, I should clarify.
Okay.
You know, my husband is an Arcturian, and so I have given permission for him to form a type of energetic bonding the way that we do. What he's able to do is he's able to push into my body. I can feel his energy inside of me. And what that feels like is I feel his whole body from, the bottom of my feet to the top of my head. I feel his energy. He is able to move my arms, move my legs. There was one time, right here goes to the joking, where he took my one eye and like faced it out the window, and I was like, oh my God. My eyes out the window, and he put it back. So they are able to do, he's like, that was so funny. But they are able to to do things. Like they could make you hiccup and burp. They can make you burp for like an extended period of time or hiccup for a really long time. They're able to control all of the body functions. Um,
Wow.
Once again, they are in time and space and they are not. We have the awareness of being in time and space, but you can backstep it. And the second that you backstep time and space, you can start to feel into your body. And there's a control center. It's right next to the pineal gland in front of it. And when you backstep into the control center, it allows you to start to control some of the biological settings. So, there's things
Wow.
we have access to that, once again, knowing thyself is coming inside and
Yeah.
feeling inside. And, Brie, it's like the star people say, it's okay for you to take a step and then see how it feels and take another step and to go down the whole healing journey. So it literally, it teaches you these tiny little things. One of the most important things is your emotions, right? Because when you start to activate the levels of awareness that is above and outside time and space, your manifestations come very rapidly. This is the reason why cycle repeats happen. It is because you are designed to go through time and space is a safety so that you can cycle repeat your experiences, your traumas over and over and over until it no longer bothers you. The second you are holding neutrality to it is the second you rise above it. The second you rise above it, now you're operating faster in time and space. And we know what this is like because like when you're really excited to go somewhere, it goes by so quick. But when you don't want to go somewhere, that's like a lower frequency. It takes
Yeah.
forever, right? Like the ride drags. So we can already
Are
see
we there
that.
yet? Are we there yet?
Yeah. Go read a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go do something fun. So, okay. Let me just back up because that was a lot. Because I know for me, I was a Christian in the church saying, like, that sounds like demon possession, like everything you're saying when you like channel and what you feel and like him coming into your body and moving it. I'm just saying, like, but what I have educated myself on too is there are some podcasts out there where there's even a guy that interviews a bunch of different channelers. And what's wild to me is how much happiness, truth, peace, and love is coming out of these people when they're channeling. There is no evil. And I've seen demon possession, and it's completely different. It's truth, it's what we are needing from source at this time. And that's why I'm just so grateful for you and so grateful that you're on this. And so grateful that you also started an online school. I want you to tell everybody about it. It's what the Tree of Life organization that you have, anybody can have access to. Can you share about that? Because I'm excited about it.
Yes, absolutely. So, well, taking just I wrote four books. The fourth one is going to be published very, very rapidly. And the four books, it's all the spiritual ascension knowledge in three of them. And it once again, it's the keys to my ascension. It's the emotion codes. It's here's the physical reality, and here's how we overcome the limitations of being human. That's what's in the channeled books. The third book is my multi-dimensional healing workbook. So that is all the information of here's how we heal different emotion codes. And it's a workbook. So you can write in it and draw in meditations and all of that, it it is a coalition of this work that we started the Tree of Life organization.org, and it's a free spiritual school so that all people can go sign up, take classes. It's at your own pace. There's going to be two different programs. So one is for everyday people who just want to go and learn a little bit about emotion codes and have access to, the star people's knowledge and, ascension knowledge. And then I'm also working on a university level. And that is more with, like testing and, going through like the real, like here's all the knowledge and the things that the star people have taught me. And it's like, here it is, the entire course. So that you can go through it and like engage with it, read it, know it. You have questions, ask the questions. We will take the questions and we will turn it into a class or a lesson so everybody can learn together. And
Mm,
once again, you know, this is for you guys. So take the information that resonates with you, and the purpose is to help you ascend or to help you in your regular life, right? Whatever you guys see, whatever problems you're having, whatever things come up, Brie, it's all the information that we've experienced, right?
mhm. A
And then
lot.
also, yeah, and
It's a lot, but it's a lot.
it's a lot, yeah, but thank you, Star People, for giving us the information that we needed because
Yeah.
life had a lot. The conspiracy
Mhm.
was a lot. We had a lot of questions. We received a lot of answers. And I'm grateful for all of the information, right? And I pray and I'm grateful that, if we continue to be given information because we are the seekers of spiritual knowledge and we are looking for enlightenment. We are,
Mm,
no, we are already enlightened. Thank you, Star People, for correcting. And now we're bringing this knowledge to the world so that
mm,
everybody has the chance to see from my perspective and from the Star People's. And then you take the knowledge and better yourself and just love
mm.
yourself.
Love that. I'm so grateful that you've created this school for people because I know that it's it for me even. I You would be telling me these things and I would be like, "Okay, I don't even understand half the stuff," but it was because my consciousness wasn't there yet. And now when we talk, I like I'm proud of myself. I'm getting it more and more. But it is a lot of information, so it's great that you have that tool. And honestly, like what this world is needing right now, because are we not? Like, this is my other question. The old world is splitting now and we're going into the new world. And even other civilizations had this, like even the Egyptians, right? Remember seeing like spaceships on the hieroglyphics and stuff like that. So is this like where we're at now, like where humanity has gotten to, and enough of the low vibrating stuff, we're ready to go to this high one, and we're going to have a lot more reveals. What is the word you were
Well, so
saying?
here's the thing
Yeah.
that yes, you may perceive in your world two worlds splitting. We,
Mhm.
from the human perspective, human, meaning in time and space on a timeline, we can already see that here. We see the spiritual people, we see people who are not yet aware that they are spiritual, right?
Mm.
That is what we see. However, every single person is existing in their own timeline, reality, bubble. That is your aura field. It's a
Okay.
circle, right? Um, every single one of us, um, you know, when you're on the spiritual path, we only need 8% of the entire global population to become awake and aware and start holding the higher frequencies.
Really?
It's already
8%?
done. It's 8%. People are
Wow.
already meditating. Like in my
Yeah,
world, I'm seeing like a spiritual revolution happen.
I
So
love
yeah, people are like waking up in droves. Like they're,
Yeah.
you take a look at Amazon, and this is like the thing. You take a look at Amazon sales. Let's say you go in and you want to see tarot card sales, crystal sales. That, oh, the sale prices of that went sky high. Like not sky high, and let me rephrase, the amount of spiritual items that Amazon is selling. So the amount of sales has gone sky high, which
Mm.
that tells you what? That
Oh,
tells you
everybody's getting woo woo.
people are waking up. It's not woo-woo. It
I
is
know.
their natural state,
Hmm.
right? There is
Yeah.
nothing woo-woo about it. You are remembering who you are. And who
Hmm.
you are is a divine being with source intelligence. And source intelligence means that there's going to be a moment in your ascension in which something unlocks inside of your memory and you truly remember who you are at your core, dear ones. And when you activate your memory grids, you then hold a frequency of limitless, allowing you to manifest any experience according to your heart's truest desires. This allows you to remember any and all information that you have learned in any past life incarnation or summoned from future incarnations alike. You may make modifications to any person, place, or thing in your world expression. However, each of you has guides that are here helping, guiding, and allowing the highest vibrational alignment to form for you. Ye are all dear runs, and we are sending many, many love and blessings.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Well, I have gotten to experience you coming and visiting me in last November, and the star people worked on me, and I still feel so good from that whole thing. That was a good like hour long. Would you say that like is an ascension? What would you call that session? And do you still give those sessions? Can people find you and get a personal session from you?
Yes. So it's an attachment release session. And what we do is we go into all the lower frequency emotion codes and we release them. When we release them, it then allows more light to go through the meridian and ley line systems. So it once again, everyone is different, but if you're holding a lot of density in the mind, you may feel very clean in your thoughts in the following days. And we go through the entire body. If there's any organs that have the density, we go straight into the organ. And once again, sometimes the memories get pulled up. So as I'm releasing the attachment, if the person is having a memory, go into the memory. Well, how does the memory make you feel? Go into all the emotions. It's a good practice for each of us to do this, even without a practitioner. Drop into the meditation, visualize your past, your whatever, experiences you had that make you feel uncomfortable or any type of lower frequency. How does it make you feel? Name the emotion code, say the word release. Now you have the power to release your own attachments. Just do that. When you're done, take a saltwater bath. This way, you're removing that energy off of you. And it is of high value to have a cup with a lid because when we release attachments, they are able to put their frequency signature into your water. And then if you drink from the cup after releasing the attachment, it opens the door in the star field and allows them back on you. But yes, I
Wow.
do I do those type of sessions. I also do healing sessions, so it's more like energy. So we go in and we send, unconditional love to different body parts and we do adjusting the energy centers. That session is a half hour, and then I do private channeling sessions where we allow the star people to give you whatever ascension information that is required for
Mm.
your evolution. So once again, that is, ascension knowledge. What do you need to get you to the next level? What does that look like? How can you heal yourself? And then that's wonderful. Yeah.
That's awesome. So now last question. Is there like a daily habit that each of us could do right now that will energetically shift and create give us what our like, our biggest leap in our ascension? Like just a daily practice maybe?
So there's so many different modalities. And
Mhm.
what the star people have taught me is about attachments. And so, there's one where it's an attachment, the physical entity on the field, and we release that, yes. But there's also physical attachments. And so, physical attachment is I have to do the same thing every single day.
Mm.
So, like for people who, let's say I was doing the ice bath challenge every day, 2 or 3 times a day,
I
right?
remember that.
Yeah, it was great. And then the star people were like, it's okay to not allow it to become an attachment of something that
Mm.
you're like, I have to do it every single day. And so, what the star people did recommend, instead of doing something, the same thing every single day, they said, make a list of the things that make you feel good. Everyone
Mm.
is different. So, things that you guys do may make you feel good. And if I do them, it may not bring the same joy. The things that make you feel good, pick 1 or 2 things on the list and do those. If you could do 3 or 4 or 5, do that. Do the thing that brings you the most happiness and excitement. What I personally like to recommend is go out into nature. Put your feet
Mm.
on the ground, touch the trees, put your heart against a tree.
Mm.
Drink mushrooms, mushroom powder, and not like drink it with a cup. Like just stop and smell the forest of where the mushroom came from and like hold this unconditional love in your heart and allow your body, your mind, and your spirit to connect into the mycelium kingdom, allowing the nervous system net of Mother Earth to guide your thoughts, to gift you messages, and to allow access into the crystalline cores of Mother Earth herself. For all knowledge on Mother Earth is stored in her crystalline core. It radiates through the waters of her being, inside your planet and outside. Some species in your oceans are able to detect these memories. The whales are one such being. As they access the crystalline core, you too may make psionic communication with them, allowing them to gift you your Earth history. Now, once
Mm.
again, dear ones, all history is fluid in its nature. And what you see today may not be what you may see tomorrow or in any given moment. For the true power comes from within the self. And at any given moment, each of you may make a shift to the light refractal system, allowing you to see into a different world expressed. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you so
Beautiful. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing your gifts with us. I love watching your flow state while you channel. It is just so awesome.
much.
And everybody, if you want more information, check out daniellelipton.com and also the treeoflifeorganization.org. And do you have anything else you want to share with the audience?
I just want to tell each and every one of you, I love you. And I send you my personal love and blessings. And
Mm.
no matter what you are experiencing in your life, there's light and there is love, and you are not alone. We are in this together. And all of humanity, we all came here for this moment in time and space. We're here for a reason. And so, I know my journey has brought me to that crippling moment of excruciating pain and not thinking I had any potential at all. And now here I am. And it's like this beautiful life is unfolding before me. And it's like no matter what you guys are seeing in your life, I'm telling you that, we can heal from anything. And so just stay strong and know that I love you. You can do this.
Thank you. And I love you too, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you, Star People, for this beautiful channeled session. We
Yeah.
send you, Star People, our many love and blessings. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Brie, for having me.
Thanks, baby girl.